What's up, everybody? Look, Terrakion's waiting for us. Oh, where's my counter? Is it auras? No, that's not it. Shaman? Yeah, there's Shaman. There we go. Alright, so we ended off at 555, chat. Wow.
Welcome back.
Leo with the 43
Silver
months. Thank you,
317
thank you. I appreciate it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 20, 30, 40, 41, 42, 43. Thank you, thank you. Welcome back. Gonna be especially cozy, chat, because it's supposed to snow later. Can't think of the last time I've said that. Will I get shiny 800? I know, I can't believe it. It's over. Chat, would you believe that it would have been Quilladin to be shiny 800? This looks like I'm in first person right now. I had to bike over here from the Dynamax den. Yeah, I cannot believe how fast this shiny hunt has been going, so we're gonna probably hit 1,000 Terrakion soon. Thanks for the good luck. It was always you, Quilladin. Also, if you haven't seen, chat, I finally got the shiny comp out. All 3 hours, 14 minutes, and 16 seconds of it. So, check it out if you haven't seen it. Hopefully, Terrakion will be one of the first shinies up on the compilation for this year. I think I had it. Oh man, I recorded my intro speech for the compilation probably like 30 times. I don't even actually remember what I ended up saying, but... Oh, I think I might have put it in the outro. But I plan on shiny hunting all of the Swords of Justice. Terrakion's up first. Alright, ads are gonna play on Twitch, and when those are done... we'll get started. Yeah, I'm live on YouTube right now. Okay, it looks like I'm in first person, but I'm just kind of in a corner. Sableye hasn't spawned over here. The only Pokemon that's a real problem over here that will rush you is Sableye. Oh my god! Terrakion just did a little spin! Let's go! Terrakion's ready. Terrakion is so ready to be shiny tonight, chat. I ran into about 500 Noivern when I biked in here, too. Did you ever encounter Noivern? What was Noibat's percentage chance of finding an X and Y? It used to be a rare Pokemon. Yeah, he did the Zashi and Zamba spin. Alright, so the last shiny was the Dynamax shiny. It was Noctowl. Okay. What box will I even put Terrakion in when I get it? My organization in Scarlet is far better. My organization in this game is kind of a nightmare mess. Oh, here's all my eggs. I want to do another Masuda hunt soon. Who did I bring up wanting to Blipbug. Maybe we'll do a Blipbug hatching stream soon. Oh man, remember Sprite the Tauros? That's a throwback. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done a Masuda, so... What's up, everybody? How's it going? Todd is just standing behind me. Scalpers and resellers in high numbers again. It sure seems like it, Galaxy, for TCG products. It sure kind of seems like it. Also, I haven't even brought up the big news. Well, news. The Japanese Pokemon Twitter pinned the Legend ZA tweet to their profile. We might be in the end game now, chat. Also, like, there's there's pictures of the Switch 2 that are just coming out. They're like dissecting the console. We've seen the Joy-Cons now. All right, let's do it. Alright, and then we go to camp. This is such an easy... I would have done this sooner if I had realized this. Oh yeah, we also got the snake outbreak announcement for Scarlet Violet, you're right. I don't believe I need Silcobra, Ekans, or Seviper. But we'll check it out. Is it a raised shiny event or is it a mark event? Yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of TCG restocks lately either. Just shiny. There's gotta be, like, an appropriate mark for snake Pokemon. I wasn't sure what we were gonna get after Rayquaza, so I'm glad we're at least getting something, even if I don't need any of those Pokemon shiny. You're gonna try and get some Prismatic Evolution on release day? Oh man, best of luck. I keep seeing that video of... I think it was 151 restocked at like Costco. And it's like Black Friday from 2008. It's real ugly. Oh, you got some of the Japanese boxes? That's fun. Oh, it was the premium collection with Blastoise and Venusaur. Was that Costco exclusive? I hate exclusive sets. Remember when, was it Celebrations had like an Amazon exclusive box? It's not exclusive? My bad then. GameStop and Best Buy had it? Oh, okay. Can't think of the last time I got anything from GameStop. I haven't set foot in a GameStop in a long time, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, I love little tiny Terrakion. GameStop has been shutting down a lot of stores. That doesn't surprise me. That really doesn't surprise me, unfortunately. Well, maybe fortunately? I don't know. You got 2 plushies from GameStop? Yeah, GameStop usually does have a decent Pokemon selection. How their stores are getting shut down with almost no notice? That doesn't surprise me. I've always heard working for GameStop is a nightmare. There's this old school YouTuber I watched as a kid. 019. Shout out to 019. And he worked at GameStop, and I remember him getting let go. And it wasn't, like, fair at all. They, like, screwed him over. I do have some prismatic evolutions pre-ordered. I did manage to grab a few pre-orders. So perhaps when that all arrives, I will open it up on stream. We haven't done a card stream in a long time. A lot of the recent Scarlet Violet sets are just kind of... haven't been the biggest fan. They've all started to feel like one big collective set. I don't know, like we talked about yesterday, it's fine to take breaks from collecting stuff every now and then, you know? What's up, Databyte? 1K for Virizion, nice. 555, that's what I started today with, 555. Pre-order via Walmart? Walmart has never really let me down when it comes to pre-ordering things. GameStop has shipped games late. But every time I pre-order a game from Walmart, they usually come through. These are already almost at 600. This is so crazy fast. I mean, I usually just pre-order online. They're usually good about having the mail deliver the game to you the day it comes out. Only GameStop has had... How many days did I get tiers late? That was annoying. You have a feeling they'll print a lot of prismatic evolutions? Yeah, they definitely will probably end up tanking the value of the set at some point. I'll probably end up buying PLZA digital so I can stream it, you know, when it comes out at midnight. Not gonna ever buy a digital game from Amazon ever again. Yeah, Amazon has some misses. Definitely. Have I ever pre-ordered a game from Target? I usually just do Walmart, because again, Walmart's never really let me down. Yeah, I get wanting to have a physical copy. If I wasn't streaming the game, I probably would go physical. There's some games on the Switch that I wish I had bought physical so I could have sold them. Animal Crossing New Horizons. Now it's like, oh, well, I have a digital version that's just gonna sit on here and rot for all eternity. You got the Scarlet Violet Switch OLED, nice. I hope we get some good Pokemon consoles for the Switch 2, or some good Switch 2 Pokemon versions. I know there's that mock-up of like a Zygarde Switch 2 going around, which is fun. If they went with like a green Zygarde Switch, that'd be sick. I don't know, chat, how do we feel about the blue and the orange colors for the Switch 2? There's also like an optic sensor or something in the Joy-Con, so Nintendo's got some sort of trick up their sleeve. It isn't Nintendo unless there's a funny little gimmick, huh? Oh, stole cards from the factory? I feel like... I mean, if Magic the Gathering will send the Pinkertons after you, who knows what Pokemon Company would do. The pink. Every time I think of the Pinkertons, it's like... I feel like I'm Arthur Morgan. Pinkertons. Dutch. I like the orange, I think. I think I like the orange. Because orange makes me think of the classic GameCube color. Big fan. Yeah, the colors are more subtle than I thought they'd be. Yeah, Jaded, it's like on the inside of the Joy-Con and then there's color underneath like the sticks. It's kind of cool. I've always wanted an orange GameCube too. Mine's black. With a very faded Gale of Darkness skin I got for pre-ordering that game. My Wii has a faded skin on it too. You have the purple, nice. You can't go wrong with any of those classic GameCube colors. You really can't. One of the rumors was that there was going to be like a Mario Kart 9 Switch 2 as well. So if that's true, I'd be curious to see what that looks like. We're getting close to when the approximate, like all the date that all the leakers have been talking about, which is what, the 8th? Look at Senti Scorch, it's so flat. You painted electric blue? Ooh, that's sick. There's this, like, aqua sky blue colored shell for a Game Boy Advance that I've always liked. You go back and forth on the hunts so they don't get too tiring. That's absolutely the right way to do it. Yeah, it's good to take breaks when shiny hunting, chat. Remember this. Do I think Nintendo's freaking out about their whole console leaking? I mean, they had to have expected this, right? That's why so many people are convinced they're going to announce the Switch 2 like Tuesday. Because if Nintendo doesn't announce it themselves, we're going to start to like see people turning the console on. People are just going to continue to dissect the Switch 2 and leak more of it. So people are thinking Nintendo wants to get ahead of all of that, you know? I really want to know how much money it's gonna be. I'm gonna stay firm on my guess of 400. And I do think they're gonna bump up the price of games to 70, unfortunately. I think Tears of the Kingdom is a sign of things to come. I think Tears of the Kingdom costing $70 dues was a sign of things to come. Yeah, so the Japanese Pokemon account pinned a PLZA tweet. So... Also, I think Riddler-Koo said that we could possibly see a trailer this month, so... It might be part of the Switch 2 reveal trailer. Which I will stream that. Whenever they announce it, chat, you know I will be seated, and I will be ready. We've been waiting. I've done my time. I feel like the PlayStation 5 Plus price is something only Sony can conjure. I can't imagine Nintendo would ever... I mean, especially considering the Switch 2 will not have the specs of that console. I also don't think they're gonna come out of the gate with an OLED. I think the OLED version is going to be later, and that's when they're going to have an opportunity to charge more money for the OLED version. I think they're going to want to keep costs down, and so initially there's not going to be an OLED version. I'm just guessing though. Which that does not matter to me. I don't know if that's a hot take, but I don't really care if... I actually would prefer if it's cheaper than to have no OLED. Because I don't have an OLED Switch. I've never felt the need to upgrade. I mostly play, you know, on my monitor. I was gonna say TV, but this is not a TV. This is a computer. Yeah, OLED, like, I have no doubt OLED screens are great. I believe people when they say they look really nice, but it's just not something I really need. I would love to have an OLED widescreen monitor. But those are like $800. You remember seeing black and white cards in store? Yeah, Galaxy. I have a lot of core memories of... Like, I specifically remember, like, when Ruby Sapphire came out, and then Sandstorm, and... I remember a lot of Gen 3 era sets on shelves. I mean, I remember base set, Jungle, when all the Neo sets came out. There is this old toy store. I can't even remember the name. Toy stores are such a rarity these days. Maybe that's why it's just we've fallen off so much. There ain't no more toy stores. But I remember going in there and they had a big counter. And behind the counter, they had all the Pokemon cards on the wall. And they had, like, the Zapped deck. Base set, you know, the Mewtwo starter deck. I remember that Zapdos base set box. In a toy store that was in the mall when I was a kid. Your OLED has some burn? Oh no. Dang, that sucks. Work on them in generation order? That's fun. It's a bummer, Galaxy. It's a bummer that, like, every old Pokemon TCG set just costs, like, $5 bajillion now. Because Pokemon doesn't work like Yu-Gi-Oh! Works, where, you know, they're reprinting Monster Reborn and Regeki and Karibo and Blue Eyes and Dark Magician every other day. Pokemon doesn't reprint old sets. I mean, they used to. Base set got a reprint. Terrakion is cool. I agree. It's my favorite Sword of Justice. No matter what chat says. SP Little Knight being reprinted. Oh man, that's too real. Entei, that's a good choice. Great shiny too. Can the sun ruin OLEDs? Or is it just like, if you take it out with you, there's more chances that you could damage the screen? I actually don't know a lot about OLED technology. Terrakion is the second best shiny of the Swords of Justice. Who would be first? Leaving it. Oh, so if you leave it on for too long, that can cause burn. Interesting. Virizion. I like Cobalion shiny. The kind of blue it is, I think, is nice. Yeah, Litten's one of the first starters I shiny hunted for in this game. I got it really early too, so friend of the stream. Minecraft hearts and hunger bar on your TV? That's kind of amazing. Adds an interactive Minecraft element to anything you watch or play. It's like Steve is always with you. Alright, we hit 6:01, chat. We started off the stream at 5:55. Herobrine. I think Herobrine will be in the Minecraft movie. It's funny, I watched a video the other day of a guy going over a toy set of mostly Minecraft YouTubers and how terrible it aged. And sometimes you watch something and it's like, wow, this guy is a completely different generation. Because I don't recognize any of these people, mostly. Like, I remember, like, the Captain Sparkles, Minecraft music videos and all those, but... And maybe, like, the Yogs cast. Yeah, precursors to U2s, exactly. Kids yearn for the mines, it's true. That, one big Minecraft guy, what's his name, Dan? The one that beefed, or had KSI get upset at him? I think he's gonna be in the Minecraft movie, and it's like, I don't even know who that is. I haven't even heard of this guy until, like, recently. It's just funny how some big creators can just pass you by. I mean, I feel like you had to be a little kid to really get the most out of a lot of Minecraft YouTuber content. Which I think by that time I was a young teen, so... I mean, I do find it a little bit ironic that that Dan guy was ripping KSI for the Lunchly stuff and then had a whole bunch of junk U2s and other awful merchandise that was sold to children. Casting stones from a glass house. This guy had a YouTuber, like, he sold a microphone. A really crappy, like, Temu Wish microphone to children. To try to be like, oh, you guys could be Minecraft YouTubers just like me. Cat Pokemon are your favorite, especially Skitty? Same. I hope we get Mega Purugly in PLZA. That's my dream. I mean, that guy's been super far removed from Minecraft for a long time. Why anybody's giving that guy any attention is crazy. He's been off the rails for a long time. Delcatty would also be great to get a Mega Evolution. I would love Delcatty to be actually usable. Competitive-wise. I don't know, if there's one thing, especially in the Pokemon community, people just never let anything go. They have to keep talking about toxic, awful people. They can never just block people and move on. They have to keep bringing them up and how bad they are and how morally superior they are to the bad person. Do I think we'll get a new evolution? Probably at some point. I mean, he was one of the people that made Minecraft. What's up, Midnight? What's really funny is that Sentro made like a doomer tweet about the Switch 2 having the Samsung 4 giga shit watt card or whatever. And ever since that post, that angered people. I have seen so many people on Twitter dunking on Centro, and it's like, just block him. This is not a Centro defense, by the way. I do think Centro is very annoying. Yeah, maybe it was Joe. Did you see Joe's? Did we talk about his, like, I'm not gonna sit back and say nothing. No more. Wow, big man. What's up, Lemons? I don't know, man. It's just like... just block them. If you don't like this person, just block them and move on. Why are you, like, hate watching this person? And then people are like, he spreads so much misinformation. And it's like, lots of people in the Pokemon community do that. Oh yeah, all Pokemon leaker type people are in it for the clout. Let's not kid ourselves. 616, baby. Yeah, his tweet where he was like puffing his chest. No more. I will no longer be silent. Like, okay, Joe. Alright, man. You've definitely never published wrong or false information before. There's definitely not wrong or false information on your website right now. Hey, I love Poplio. You'll see no Poplio hate from me. They go on the internet and tell lies? What's up, Cacturn? Yeah, I mean, some Pokemon YouTubers, it's like their full-time job to spread misinformation. Which is why, like, don't interact with these people. Don't platform them. Don't make big viral tweets about them. All you do is draw attention to these people. What are the odds for shiny Terrakion? Chat said that the shiny charm works on the Swords of Justice, right? So the odds are fairly decent. Any odds experts in chat? I have a very popular and influential website. You have a giant chicken sandwich? Hell yeah. Oh, you've been going after Regidrago? Nice, good luck. After the Swords of Justice, the Regis are on the list. Pokemon Home doesn't allow you to move Nincada between BDSP? Yes. Nincada and Spinda are both bugged. Came from the compilation. Congrats on the Shaman. Thank you. I can't believe how fast I got the mythicals from BDSP last year. I feel like I was very fortunate. Like 2959, 3705, and 956. Very happy with those. Getting Arceus under 1,000 was so cool. I mean, I saw some people who were sad that they weren't doing anything with black and white, but most people seem to be receptive over Kalos. I know, getting Arceus so fast. I think I might like shiny hunting legendaries the most. Maybe that's why Dynamax Adventure speaks to me so much. It's just cool to get a big, fun shiny like Arceus, or getting Reshiram from Dynamax Adventures was so cool. Cortana was a highlight. All right, 625. Yeah, see, if I had to do 23k resets for Arceus, I would have been beside myself. Nincada and Spinda. Spinda is also bugged, which is a shame because I feel like that means Spinda's not going to be in any future games. Free Spinda, please. What's up, everybody coming in? I'm shiny hunting Terrakion. I'm up to 626, just about 627. Southern Belle Pikachu. I wonder if they'll ever bring back outfit Pikachus again. A rant about home? Feel free. I'm no friend to Pokemon Home. I still haven't gotten my Meloetta yet. Again, I've completed my Pokedex in Scarlet and all the DLC, but they have to be native to Paldea to get Meloetta, so it's been a challenge. What's the problem with Spinda? It's bugged. Spinda and Nincada are both bugged in Pokemon Home. Nincada bugged. Hilarious. You miss contests? Yeah, I miss like I feel like we haven't had a gimmick like that in a while. Where you can do something else with your Pokemon besides just battling. Hundo Amora, nice. Aurorus and Tyrantrum rule. Yeah, Nincada's bugged because of Sedinja. Which, that's such a shame. I love Sedinja. It's such a cool Pokemon. Really unique. And they punished him because he's cool. Yeah, I have the Spinda Halloween statue. Did it come out this year? Or last year? Jeez, it's not 2024 anymore. Sedinja themed? That's fun. It's fun when people choose unique Pokemon like that. Although, it's gotta be said, Sedinja's shiny, you know, it's not really one of my favorites. Ninjask probably has the better shiny. The Shrek DLC for Power Wash? Let's go. You love any pink shinies? Yeah, pink shinies are great. There's not as many pink shinies as you'd think. Some shades, some colors are just completely underrepresented in shinies, like orange. We talked about orange shinies the other day. There's just not a lot of orange shinies. There's not a lot of brown shinies, which is why I like shiny Chien-Pao so much. Please, Game Freak, can I shiny hunt the Ruinous Quartet soon? Let me get my shiny fishy. Wo Chien. Please. I would like to get the brown cat. You need a trade room of 20 people? That's insane. You know, I wouldn't mind achievements in actual Pokemon games, but I like achievements. A medal system? Honestly, there's kind of a tiny little bit of an achievement system in the Pokédex in Scarlet Violet, where they reward you with, like, Pokeballs. Something like that, but expanded upon, would be cool. Or again, like, if they ever brought fishing back, have a fishing NPC who rewards you for, like, you catch a really big Magikarp. I just want fishing back, chat. Please. You freak, bring back fishing. I just want to be out on the pond doing my fishing. Spinda would be your mascot. That's a cute choice, especially since there's so many ways you could customize Spinda. You could have the spots however you want. Circuitry and Blossom would both be really cute, and you could do a lot of fun things with both of those Pokemon. They're both kind of dancey in nature. Full odds Wurmple and Emerald? That's awesome. I love Wurmple. Wurmple's probably my favorite regional bug. Also, it's just a great shiny. Purple Wurmple. What's there more to love? It's great. It's perfect. No notes. You let 500 Pokemon get away. Achievement. No, do not start cooking. Nice, the 5-watch streak. Let's go. Hello, a guy 8900. Oh, you're going for the shiny Blitzel? Nice. You know, they've been giving away, like, free shinies, like Ponyta and PLA, and a few of them in SV. I wonder if they're gonna continue to do that. Like, you get, like, a free shiny Furfrou or something in Legend ZA. Yeah, we got the announcement of another Outbreak event for Year of the Snake Chat that has Silcobra, Ekans, and Seviper. So, we're still getting Scarlet Violet events. Rayquaza is not the end of it. I wonder if we'll have something for Pokemon Day. I can't believe Pokemon Day is next month, chat. That is insane. And we might even get Legends, we might even get PLZA news this month. With the Switch 2 stuff going on right now. a free shiny in Let's Go. Shinies are already mostly free in Let's Go. Hey. I see they raised the price of the tickets for Community Day. I saw Joe getting mad about that on Twitter today. The one Pokemon game he'll get upset over. You're telling me Niantic doesn't care about its customers? No. No way. It sucks that they double the price, but you're still gonna buy them. Even if you're joking, Cacturn, some people I know are probably saying that exact same thing. Niantic could quadruple the price and some people would be like, well, this sucks, but I'm still gonna buy it. A Roaring Moon event? I want them to have a Hisui event. We had the Voltorb Hisui event last year that was great. I want them to do Growlithe. Please, bring over Hisui Growlithe. Also, very funny that on my shiny compilation, which that has been released on YouTube today, if you haven't seen it, there's like one PLA shiny. Can you tell which Switch game I dislike shiny hunting in the most? The one Monferno. Howdy. I mean, that was a good shiny. I did need Monferno, because Chimchar never shows up in an outbreak in SV, so... That's an interesting question. What's your favorite Switch Pokemon game to shiny hunt on, chat? Which of the main Switch titles do you get the most enjoyment shiny hunting in? You more of a Let's Go fan? A Sword and Shield truther? Again, not anything to do with the quality of the game. Just shiny hunting. Sword, Scarlet because of sandwiches, PLA, PLA Shield, radar hunting. I can't believe y'all enjoy PLA shiny hunting as much as you do. I just don't get it. I really don't get it. But you do you, chat. You do you. You are the boss of your shiny hunting lore adventure. I mean, there's barely anything in PLA that I even need shiny besides a few rogue Pokemon I don't have yet. Like, I could get Onix from PLA. I'm trying to think of anything else I would need. I just don't think it's fun. I don't think the shiny hunting in that game is fun. I hate the outbreak system. I much vastly prefer the outbreak system in Scarlet Violet. Oh, please. Some of you are such trolls. Full on shiny hunting spirit. Yeah, you know me. This was all a ruse for my real true shiny hunting intention to get 600 GameCubes and shiny hunt 500 DSs and shiny hunt Japanese Piplup. You got me. We aren't trolls. Uh-huh. I don't know. I know this is a very unpopular take, but I don't mind there not being a sound and sparkles in Scarlet Violet. You have to use your own eyes. Where's Waldo? The shiny hunting version. I don't mind it. I mean, Scarlet and Violet give you so many tools to make shiny hunting easier. You could do sandwiches, you could find them in outbreaks, you could do both. I don't know, like having to get berries and talk to that woman with the munchlax. It's just, I hate it. I don't like it. Perhaps some of it has to do with the movement, too. It just feels a little bit better to ride around on Koraidon instead of the ride modes in PLA. Your sainthood. I live under a bridge. I looked shiny Paldean Tauros in the eye and didn't see the shiny. Yeah, I have several fails from Scarlet Violet. But that's fine, you know? Failing a shiny every now and then is part of the experience, chat. Especially if you shiny hunt in the video game Let's Go Pikachu. I don't know, sometimes some people just take it so seriously, chat. Like, it's, you know, it's a hobby. It's for fun. It's okay. If you make a mistake, it's fine. Play a random Pokemon cry? Alright, you ready? That's a certifiable Pokemon friend of the stream right there. Yes! Oranguru! Which is funny because that makes it sound like a bear. Oranguru's cry kind of makes it sound like a bear. But no, it is Maunky. Do I prefer Masuda method or Outbreaks? Outbreaks in Scarlet Violet by a country mile. I definitely prefer Masuda in this game. Sword and Shield. We'll probably do a Masuda hunt soon, chat. I need to get a few miscellaneous shinies. I might tackle Blipbug. I got some good ones last year. Laleep was the first egg. That was amazing. Muna is such a good shiny. I got Lunatone from Masuda last year, so definitely some good ones. Terrakion is carpal tunnel braces. Orangutan. That was a weird... I still can't get over that midnight. That was very strange. Helio and Passimian, nice. What ball am I gonna catch shiny Terrakion in? Probably a luxury ball. Do I play Pocket? Yes. I had Pocket open earlier, auto-battling for... I still haven't pulled the Blastoise promo yet. I've pulled like 7 Snivy, 2 Volcarona, like 1 Eevee. I haven't pulled the big man yet. You have 10 Blastoise. See, the odds for the promo packs feel so topsy-turvy. It's like the game decides one card to give you 500 copies of, and then you can't pull the others. See, somebody says they have 10 Volcarona, and then everybody else is like, wait, you pull Volcarona? There's something about the odds of the promo packs feels so wonky. I should use a Lux Ball on Terrakion. You had a premonition, Midnight. Eternatus could have been Dragon Bug. You know who else could have been Dragon Bug in Gen 8? Applin. Also, that was Terrakion 666. No evil Terrakion shinies. What's funny about Applin being Dragon Grass and the fact that they gave it 500 evolutions is that Dragon Grass is now one of the most common... Grass is one of the most common side types for Dragon to have, or other type. Because they gave it so many evolutions. Also, you have a Alolan Executor. Can't forget about a Alolan Eggy. Alright, 669, chat. Not a nice Terrakion. Not an evil Terrakion, and not a nice Terrakion. Some mysterious third thing. You feel like everyone's TCG Pocket experience is personalized? Yeah, honestly, that's a good way of putting it. Opinion of shinies that have a good color, but when they evolve, it changes to a whole new color. Oh, you mean like Dragonite? Nidoqueen, Dusknoir. It's always unfortunate, isn't it? It's like, what happened here? We had something beautiful, and they ruined it. They soiled it. Those are the first 3 that came to mind. I'm sure there's more. Dragonite is like the poster child for that. Pink, pink, green. Oh, ad warning on Twitch. Ad warning. Ads are about to play on Twitch. But I will hang out in camp so nobody misses anything. A Chinchino. Would you like 5 more copies of Chinchino? If they give Dragonite a Mega Evolution, I'd be very, very curious to see what shiny they would go for. Because, like, Garchomp and Gengar, they know. They know. We know, and they know. So for Dragonite, I wonder what they'd end up doing. Yeah, Garchomp Shiny Mega is so completely different. And so is Gengar's. Dragonite Night. Dragonite Night. Dragonite Night Night. Barney Dragonite. They gotta bring back Barney Charizard. Where's my purple Charizard fans at? Ooh, you're only missing 4 full arts? Nice. The playground rumors, like Mew under the truck? Oh, probably. That's the classic, like, millennial experience. It's like the internet was around, but it's not as prevalent as it is today. Good times. Alright, I'm gonna take a little water break, chat. Oh man, it's starting to snow outside. Purple Cyndaquil line. Honestly, to bring back Gengar, I think we had this conversation the other day, but, you know, for those who don't know, Gengar used to have a decent shiny in 2D. It's when Gengar was you know, actually this happened to a lot of Pokemon. When they went 3D, a lot of shinies got washed out. Gengar used to have a good shiny, I'm telling ya. They used to be distinct. It used to be something. But, I mean, a lot of shinies got dull. Like, if you look at Duskull in 2D versus 3D, there's just something kind of, like, sad. Yeah, a lot of the US is gonna get slammed with snow. Yeah, Cacturn. Like, 7 inches, I think it was predicted. Hi, Scizor. Yeah, now we get dull Gengar and slightly undull Gengar. Yeah, pretty much. Who was that? There was one, like, Gen 1 Pokemon we talked about not too long ago who had a really striking shiny in, like, gold, silver. And it looks totally different in 3D, and I can't remember who it is now. But that's the case for several Pokemon going from 2 to 3D. I mean, sometimes that happened in 2D games. You go from gold, silver, crystal to emerald, ruby, sapphire. Some of the colors are just completely different. Your pipes burst and flooded your place so you had no electricity or water. Oh my god. Relaxing to watch when you're in pain will feel better. Yeah, winter's not my favorite. Lantern had a solid shiny. I've always liked Chinchou's shiny. Shout out to Chinchou. Where are my Chinchou truthers? You hate how inconsistent Pinsir's color scheme has been? Yeah, you want to know a Pokemon that has a very inconsistent color scheme even to this day? Ditto. Sometimes Ditto is purple, and sometimes Ditto is pink. It's funny because I saw a TikTok of somebody who had a Ditto collection, and when you see somebody with a big Ditto collection and it's all laid out, it's like, wow, yeah, Ditto is about 1,000 different shades of purple and pink. Chimecho. Chime Echo. I mean, I have a little, the Ditto Scale World figure is purple, but the Ditto, cushion from Sane is pink. Chime Cho. Sounds like a crappy Harry Potter name. Oh yeah, Slowpoke shiny, man. At least Galarian Slowpoke has a good shiny. I mean, Slowbro shiny is fantastic. I actually like Slowking shiny too, but yeah, poor Slowpoke, you know. It's not very good. Prefer Hisui Typhlosion or regular Typhlosion? Regular. There's not a lot of regional forms that I vastly prefer over the original. Suni. Yeah, Suicune gets a lot of people. I've heard Suiswoon before. My favorite Pokemon, Suiswoon. I don't know, that's a good question, chat. Are there any regional forms of a Pokemon that you think are very vastly superior to the original? There's a lot I really like. Like, I love Alolan Muck. I think Alolan Muck is super cool, but do I like it as much as the original? Sneasel? Alolan Vulpix, Galarian Zigzagoon I do like, yeah. I think the Galarian line of Zigzagoon is super fun and colorful. Yeah, Alolan Marowak is fun. You prefer Galarian Farfetch'd? I definitely don't agree with that one. Surfetch'd is cool. But I prefer Kanto Farfetch'd. Roadrunner Zapdos. Alolan Sandshrew. You like Alolan Sandshrew too? Yeah, I mean, they turn it into like a little igloo. It's hard to look at that and be like, wow, this sucks. It's cute. Yeah, Hisui Zora is a good one. But I love Zoroark. Zoroark's one of my top 5 favorite Pokemon of all time. But to me, they're like equal. I just like them both. Yeah, Hisui Sneasler is kind of diabolical. Dire Claw is nasty work. Nasty business, that Dire Claw. At least it's competitively viable, unlike other Hisui Pokemon like Avalugg. You think OG Lilligant feels like a boring copy of Blossom? It's definitely a kind of feminine grass Pokemon. We have a lot of. We gotta have a lot of that. Where's my grass Pokemon that's just like... We need a Diggersby, but for grass Pokemon. Wow, that might be one of the worst things I've ever said. Where's the Chad grass Pokemon? A gross, hairy, dirty male grass Pokemon. Really? You know what? Wait a second. Justin's onto something. You're right. It's Rillaboom. But yeah, Rillaboom is an animal. Not a full plant. Oh, one of the beta rabbit Pokemon. They had a lot of beta rabbit Pokemon that never ended up going anywhere, like the water starter before Mudkip. with the inner tube. Terragrass Machamp. Oh, I don't think Machamp's gross. Now Graveler, Twitch chat stopped working for you, Leo. I don't know why that happens. Beta Groudon. I think the funniest beta legendaries are from Gen 4. If you've ever seen like beta Darkrai, beta Giratina, beta Arceus. Funny group. Funny bunch of weirdos. I agree with you, Galaxy. Although I see a lot of defenders of that Hisui line. Old KFC Pokemon commercial where Colonel Sanders pronounced Dratini dry teeny. Oh, that's so Pokemon Stadium 1. Oh, I miss the era of Gen 1 Pokemon where it was kind of just like the Wild Wild West. My favorite old Pokemon commercial will always be the bus driver with all the Pokemon on the bus. You don't like how sad Hisui Gudra looks? Same with Ursaluna. I mean, they just kind of put a big shell on Gudra and called it a day. Terrible shiny, too. Happy New Year! Gen 1 Wild Wild West era, back when a Pokemon song had the lyrics, "Kick your grass." Exactly, exactly. See, we don't get Poke Raps anymore these days. Or any other types of quirky music. Bring back Weird Al. My opinion on the 4 legendary Mons in Paldea? I like the Ruinous Quartet. I like Wo Chien, I like Chen Pao. And I like Ting Lu and Chi Yu. They're probably my favorite legendary group in a while. Yeah, go for it, Leo. One of the eras of all time, true. PLA might be cancelled for the Switch. No, I think it'll come out on the Switch. But I also think it could come out on the Switch too. I think we're gonna find out soon, chat. I think we're gonna find out sooner than later. Yeah, it could very well be a dual release. A Twilight Princess, if you will. Yeah, you know, they do that with Zelda a lot, don't they? Yeah, Breath of the Wild was also the same way. I literally bought it for the Wii U. Because I didn't get a Switch yet. Yeah, we've had Joy-Con leaks, so you could go see the pictures of the Joy-Cons for the Switch too. It's like they're dissecting the console and leaking it all, so Nintendo doesn't really have long to, like, they gotta do it soon. If they continue to hold out, the whole console is just gonna be revealed. Alright, $6.99. Well, the talks are that the Switch 2 could be revealed on the 8th. I think it was the 8th. It was either the 7th or the 8th of January. But we'll see. Yeah, I mean, most leakers are full of shit. That is true. That is true. Oh, it won't let you, Leo? YouTube chat is weird about stuff like that. I don't have links blocked on Twitch, but if the chat won't load for you, I don't have a solution. Hey, Terrakion 700! Let's go! I mean, Nintendo, it's time. We've all waited a long time. The consoles are apparently sitting in a warehouse, ready to be shipped out. Some people think to answer your question, Cacturn, some people think they want to get ahead of the tariffs. You thought the Switch 2 should have come out in 2023? I mean, the lifespan for the Switch is unprecedented. Like, kids who grew up with the Switch are now, like, teens to adults. That the Switch has been around for so long. Also, consider the fact that 2024, you know, Nintendo did not have a lot of output. They had a few last-minute games, like the Princess Peach game, Echoes of Wisdom. But they really didn't have a lot. So they're clearly saving their big boys for the Switch 2. 1-2 Switch into teens. Imagine if they released 2-3 Switch. Isn't 1-2 Switch terrible? I don't think I've ever heard anybody say anything good about that game. The horse hose, you're right. Wasn't it one of those, like, meme horse masks? Oh my god, it's all coming back. 1-2 Switch 2. Red fish, blue fish. The character on the box that they were advertising for, Cacturn, literally just had one of those horse meme masks. I'm not joking. They're still feeling the effects of COVID. Yeah, that's most definitely true. Arms 2. The most anticipated title. Arms 2. Are there any Dr. Seuss video games? Yes! During Snommas, we talked about the Konami-made Grinch game, where they made the Grinch look a certain way. Where you wonder what the artist's intent was. The Zelda Switch lights are all gone. Yeah, probably a lot of kids got the Switch light, Switch for Christmas. Arms to legs. The zesty Grinch, yes, midnight. I mean, hopefully Nintendo's working on, like, a few new IPs. I mean, the Switch did birth, like, Splatoon. That was probably their most successful new franchise. So hopefully they're cooking up some interesting, unique IPs. Oh yeah, it was Wii U. Well... Gosh, the era between the Wii U release and the Switch is obviously a blur in my mind. Well, either way, my point still stands. Splatoon is one of their most successful, unique IPs in a while. What are some unique IPs that came out on the Switch then? Yeah, I'm hoping they'll do some new IPs. I mean, I definitely want to see, like, Star Fox come back. I miss Mr. McCloud, Mr. Lombardi, Mr. Hare. Please give us an original Star Fox game and not Star Fox 64 for the 500th billionth time. Oh, Terrakion doesn't like 7-Eleven. You just hit 10k resets for Dratini? Oh, that's rough, buddy. What you wouldn't do for another F-Zero? Oh, you're right, Cacturn. Ring Fit. Ring Fit definitely... I bet you're right that they're gonna come out with a new fitness game. Golden Sun. When is the last time a Golden Sun game came out? The DS? Oh my god. The buff dragon? Yes. I don't know much about Ring Fit, but I do know there is a very big buff dragon in that game. Got the fundamentals. 2010 and it wasn't even very good. Wow. Have they ported the Resident Evil games to Switch? I don't see why they couldn't work on the Switch, except for maybe like RE4 Remake. Some of the newer ones that are maybe a little too beefy. You'd like to see a new Sonic Adventure game? You and me both, Leo. We know we know Sega Sonic team is working on something right now. Sonic has good brand presence right now. The movies literally have made over $1 billion. So, Sega would be smart to continue the momentum that Sonic has right now. Digimon. I mean, they announced Digimon Con, Jaded. Maybe we'll get... maybe we'll get a big announcement from that. I think Frontiers sold well. Frontiers actually sold really well in Japan, which is kind of funny. Because Sonic is typically more successful in the West. How do Digimon games differ from Pokemon? Completely. There's tons of different genres of Digimon games, none of which I really play like Pokemon at all. Why is my lead Todd Howard? Why not? I tried to think of a funny name for the Gardevoir I'm using, and that's what came to mind. I still have all those pictures of Todd standing next to Troy Baker on my, in my save files, so maybe that's what influenced me. Oh, you bought Cassette Beast? You'll have to tell me if you like it, Cacturn. I'm curious. Yeah, they're funny pictures, aren't they, Midnight? When are we gonna hear about the next Elder Scrolls game, Todd? When are you gonna give us a crumb of information about that? I mean, don't we know from the Microsoft leak that they're like remastering Oblivion and all those old Bethesda games to tide people over? What was 802? 800 was Quilladin, 801 was Chestnut, and 802 was Nummel. I caught a Nummel, I think 2 years ago, but I evolved it into Camerupt, so I needed Nummel again. Yeah, ES6. How long ago did they announce Elder Scrolls 6? That is... It's crazy. And now it's funny because the Fallout show was so successful and got people into Fallout, and it's gonna be like a decade before Fallout 5. Games take a long time to make. Oh, and they also made Starfield. I can't imagine they're gonna continue with much work on that game. I hope they don't. Yeah, Shiny Camerupt is great. Well, 76 is still going. But that's not a game for everybody. I think most people want a new mainline Fallout game. Is it 2018 when they announced ES6? That's crazy. When's the last time... Oh, you know, that's a good question, Galaxy. I could see Captain Toad coming back. Those games are charming. Bring the Toadster back. I love Toad. You enjoyed Starfield. It was amazing. It was fun, though. It was just too bland for me. I didn't really enjoy any of the side characters or companions. The worlds weren't really fun to explore. It didn't have all the things I come to expect out of a Bethesda game. Like, say what you will about Fallout 4, but all the companions in that game, like Nick Valentine and Paladin Dance, you know, all of them are really memorable, fun characters. I don't know what happened in Starfield. Your companions of white bread. You can't wait for the AAA games bubble to pop. I mean, it just might if they continue to keep cranking out like $500,000 games that take 8 years to come out. And were trend chasing 8 years ago when that trend they were chasing is no longer popular. Oh wait, you guys don't like looter shooters still? Huh? What? You guys don't like Overwatch clones? Huh? It's not 2016 anymore? What year is it? I think we're gonna continue to see more farming sim games. What else? What other games are like super... what kind of genre has been super trendy? Besides the hashtag cozy games. Roguelike. Oh, you're right. Yeah, roguelikes are super popular. Balatro was the best game you played last year? Yeah. It's so cool that it's made by like one guy. Zombie survival games? Are zombie games still in? What's the last big zombie game? I mean, I feel like The Last of Us 2 was years ago. There's that one Sony exclusive biker man zombie game. I can't remember the name of that. Yeah, I feel like zombie games kind of died out. I mean, zombies are a core part of any Resident Evil game. Like, when they come out with RE9, it's probably gonna be zombies in it. Yeah, Days Gone. I think that's it. I've never been a big fan of zombie games, so if they evaporate off the face of the planet, that would be fine with me. Except for, you know, like, core series like Resident Evil. Because when you play Resident Evil games, you're there for, like, Leon. You're there for... the zombies are part of the spectacle. Because the Resident Evil games are not, like, heavy-handed, where it's like, what if man was the real villain? Because, like, RE8 is mostly about Ethan and his relationship with his daughter. You know, it's not... Mother Miranda is a reflection of humanity. Lady Dimitrescu is actually a reflection of modern-day society. Yeah, that dev did get mad about his character in Astrobot. You're right. Which is like, okay, dude. Kind of a strange thing to be upset about. Self-serious game about father. Oh gosh. Self-serious game about fatherhood describes like 50% of AAA games. At least one's on Sony consoles. What if the grumpy dad character had a child that, like, taught them to love again? And that genre will just bore me to tears every single time. I don't know, this one thing I kinda, again, I don't have a PS5, I've never played Astrobot, but I kinda like that a silly, goofy game won Game of the Year. I kinda miss the silly, goofy games. Or games that are not so deadly serious. Everything has to be gritty and realistic. It's like, I want some silly, goofy guys. Yeah, a Toad game would be the actual definition of that. Toad is the ultimate silly little guy. I mean, I don't think they're wrong for that. Games are art. But Astrobot is just as much as a work of art as God of War. Tends to blow up the budgets. Oh, yeah. I mean, we know Spider-Man 2 costs $400 million. That is so much money. That is so much money. Again, I wish there was a system or something. You know how movies always reveal the box office? I wish we would get that for video games, because the only reason we know about Spider-Man 2 costing $400 million is because of a leak. Because people stole internal documents. But I would love to know how much Pokemon Scarlet and Violet cost. I'd love to know how much Pokemon Sword and Shield cost. I would love to know the budgets for most Nintendo games. How much did Tears of the Kingdom cost? How much did Pikmin 4 cost? How much did Echoes of Wisdom cost compared to Tears of the Kingdom? You know, stuff like that is just super interesting. But we don't know. Same budget as Concord. Pokemon Dash. Yeah, you know, I would love to know how much games like Pokemon Emerald cost. When you reuse most of the assets. Just a pixelated title. How much did Pokemon games cost back in the day versus now? And how much of the budget of Scarlet and Violet went to Ed Sheeran? Let's ask him some real questions. Are we expecting another Animal Crossing game to be coming out? I mean, that game just surpassed Red and Green for, like, highest physical sales in Japan, so yes. If Nintendo had any intelligence at all, they'd have a big full-time team working on another Animal Crossing game. And not taking them off to go work on Splatoon 500. Splatoon 76. Splatoon 583. The next pandemic. They could definitely do that. Because I think New Horizons releasing during the pandemic tricked people into believing that game was better than it actually was. Fire Emblem 67. You know they're gonna work on another one of those godforsaken games. Yeah, Nintendo is a funny company. They gave Mario Kart 8... They brought that game back, and then gave it all these billion tracks. And then they looked at Animal Crossing New Horizons and were like, we'll do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Alright, fellas, bye. Alright. Time to go work on Sploot 3. See you guys later. Enjoy your empty, hollow shell of a game. You know what? True. True facts. Double Dash is the best Mario Kart. You're so right. And you should say it. I hope the gimmick for Mario Kart 9 isn't just more like anti-gravity shit. Can we get an actual, like, fun gimmick again? Yeah, there are dozens of us. I like Super Circuit too, which is never anybody's favorite Mario Kart. I love Super Circuit. Super Circuit and Double Dash, my goats. DS is great too. A remaster of Sonic Adventure? I think there was a rumor of that. God, I don't really trust Sega, though. They've improved a lot. But I don't trust them. My worst nightmare. They remaster Adventure 1 and 2, and then they're like, the boost mechanic is in this game now. I have the Jimmy Neutron falling to his knees screaming reaction. There's gonna be a new Mario game, chat. I'm like 99.9% sure. Which I'm very excited for. It's been a while since we've had a 3D Mario. I mean, the Mario movie made $1 billion itself, so... And Nintendo has Epic Universe's Nintendo Land opening this year, so Nintendo has quite a lot of Mario brand power right now. I mean, they always do, but more than usual. Oh yeah, if they recast all the voice actors, if they got rid of, like, Ryan Drummond for what's-his-face, I'd be fucking furious. I would be disgusted. Honestly, I just clean up the graphics, maybe? I don't really want them to really touch either of those games very much. I think their old jank and silly voice acting and fun silly animations are all part of the charm. Yeah, I guess more of a port. Gardevoir can never sit still. He's always up, hovering, levitating in the background. This diva. I mean, it would be nice to do, like, expanded Chow stuff. That's maybe the only area Like, if they expanded the Chow Gardens, added a bunch of Chow, added online connectivity, I would be fine with that. Sonic Boom. I think the Sonic Boom franchise is quite dead, and I think that's fine. I don't think we need any HD remasters of Rise of Lyric. I think it's okay. I do think it'd be neat if they brought the Chow Garden back, but you could play as extended Sonic cast of characters, so like, you know, even though SBO or Jet the Hawk are not in Sonic Adventure, it'd be fun to have them playable in the Chow Garden. Jet the Bird! Jet the Bird! We haven't seen the Babylon Rogues in forever. The small franchises I'd like to see get a game. Oh, like Rhythm Heaven, Pilot Wings. I mean, Star Fox isn't really a small franchise, but it honestly kind of is. It's a very historic franchise with just not a lot of games. But besides that, let me think. Yeah, I feel like Star Fox counts. Dark Knight Remaster. Man, if there's one... The storybook games are truly insane. Black Knight is better than Secret Rings, though. Advance Wars? Did people like the Advance Wars that came out recently? I haven't heard anybody talk about it. I think Sonic is collaborating with Batman. I think there is a Sonic DC crossover coming out, unironically. Bruce can recreate that scene everybody memes on, where he's telling, like, I think is it Raphael? He's telling one of the Ninja Turtles, "This is where my parents died, Raph." You can recreate that, but with, like, tails now. Tails, you're not gonna believe this. You think they need to do a proper investment into a new one instead of a budget remake? Oh, I getcha. I don't know much about Advance Wars, so... It's just not a franchise I've ever... I don't think I even heard of it until a handful of years ago. I've never really played many military-esque games. Yeah, it got delayed. I do remember that. I mean, yeah, that whole situation was kind of weird. Oh yeah, they did announce another Sonic racing game. Those always are fine games. Maybe there'll be some interesting characters in it. I want to go kart racing as Kiryu. I was actually watching, but I'm not even, no, I think I finished the video. I was watching somebody talk about the Yakuza Amazon series and how it just doesn't really understand the tone and sincerity of the Yakuza franchise. I bet we're gonna see a lot of video game adaptations announced this year, chat, for better or for worse. It's the first Pokemon game I ever played, probably Red. No, probably. It was Red. $7.75. What's funny about Tails' family is that in the Archie comics, his dad is like, he got arrested for rebelling against the king. And there's this extremely dramatic scene where Tails breaks his dad out of jail. And him and Sonic are just like, they're screaming at each other, they're fighting in the jail cell. The Archie comics are wild. Alright, Terrakion, do you want to be shiny for lucky number 777? You don't. Okay. Yes, apparently the Swords of Justice are affected by the shiny charm, and the Reggies are not. Isn't that weird? That doesn't feel like it should be that way. Like somebody made an oopsie. It's a shame we'll never get, like, Archie Sonic character cameos or anything because of the Ken Penders stuff. Programming mistakes in my Pokemon game? Huh. I wish the Reggies were affected by the charm too, Sky. I very much wish the exact same thing. Yeah, the Reggies didn't fill out the waiver in time, you're right. Reggie Rock goes up to Reggie Steel, and it goes... Zzz, Reggie, Reggie, Reggie. Which would translate out to... I did not file my tax returns. Which Reggie would commit tax fraud the most? If we got another Reggie type, what would I want it to be? Honestly, if we got a new Reggie, I'd like them to do grass. I think like a sleeping, viney grass golem would be really cool. Imagine it's like sitting in the overworld and you can walk by it and but it's dormant. It doesn't do anything. You could go up to the Reggie, but it's dormant. And then you activate the Reggie puzzle, and it comes to life and, like, tears itself off of the wall. I guess I've thought about this a lot. I just think that'd be sick. A Reggie that's, like, part of nature. Like, maybe you go into this mysterious walled place and it's completely open in the interior. So it's still inside of a temple, it's just outdoors. Reggie Moss, Reggie Bloom, Reggie Grass. Yeah, Regigigas does have some mossy bits on it, that is true. Poor Regigigas. You think they'll ever help Reggie Gigas? Slow start. A water Reggie? Reggie Dew? How would you design a water Reggie? Be cool if it was like Chaos from Sonic or like water bending type creature. Reggie Tube, Reggie Aqua. Reggie Normal. You were probably too slow. Sonic would say that. Hot take, you don't like the 2 new Reggies? I half agree with you. I don't like Drago. Drago feels like a fake mon. Derogatory. I think Aleki is kind of a funny fella. But Drago is just, it has Charizard. You guys remember Gen 1, right? Hey, you remember Charizard, right? It's not even a, only its Mega Evolution is an actual dragon. Hey, you guys remember that Charizard fella, don't you? Big and orange? How they're all ancient golems and you have a ball of chaos. I totally get what you mean. It's not a big hulking, like, slow golem. It's like Rotom. Regieleki has a lot in common with Rotom. If they never were made, you wouldn't reckon your life would change too drastically. That's how I feel about a lot of added legendaries. It's like, did this need to really exist? I don't know. Don't get me started on, like, Enamorous. Paradox Musketeers are worse versions of an already bad trio. Yeah, Iron Leaves, they sure do exist. Also, ad warning, ads are about to play on Twitch. Heads up, we'll sit in camp when they play so nobody will miss anything. I mean, Iron Boulder is like the most... I don't know. I've never really used any of them. I've seen a few people use Crown, Covalion's Paradox, in VGC. But you never see Leaves. Leaves is just so criminally boring. It's really a shame that they just stuck to their guns so hard with the Violet Paradoxes. What if it was a robot? What if he literally did something else? If it was a robot and it had a chrome shiny? They're breaking new ground! Reggie Wi-Fi. They could do a futuristic Reggie. Like, you have some Team Flare, Team Galactic, whatever. Some team does like a Genesect, but it's a Reggie. Are awesome, but the bad ones are so forgettable. Yeah. Like, I love Iron Bundle. I think Iron Bundle rules. Alright. Yeah, if they expanded any existing legendary group chat for PLZA, who do you think they... who would they take? I don't think it would be a Tapu. That'd be kind of weird if they took Hawaiian Guardians and was like, well, there's one that protects France. Hey, have you heard about the... the French Tapu? Let's see, we just got the legendary beasts and the Swords of Justice. They got paradoxes, so probably not going to be any of them. It could be the Lake Guardians. Yeah. Yeah, chat, you're probably right. Like, if it was... I feel like the Lake Guardians would make the most sense. What would you do for another Lake Guardian, though? They all represent, like, emotions, right? How would you design a fourth Lake Guardian, chat? Like, what color would you make it? What type? I mean, they're all psychic, but... I mean, we're just spitballing. Make it whatever type you want. An emo Lake Guardian? I want to say... knowledge, emotion, and willpower. That's what they stand for. They are based on... oh, interesting. They have a lot of potential inspirations. According to the legend, when Arceus created the universe, it created Uxie, Uxie, Mesprit, Azelf, and gave them the ability to calm and control Dialga and Palkia whenever they were enraged. According to one of Azelf's Pokedex entries, all three of them were born from the same egg. Interesting. So how would you add on to that, chat? Knowledge, emotion, and willpower. They're kind of like Green Lanterns. It kind of remind me of like the Lantern Corps in DC. Be so for real right now, Cacturn. Evil, corrupted. So a lot of you guys want to make an evil one. That is kind of an interesting idea, though, legitimately. Because, like, Enamorus is not... you know, Enamorus, Regidrago, Regieleki, they're meant to fit in. They're not... you know, they're all part of one collective. There isn't one of them that's a bad guy, so to speak. Long ago, the Lake Guardians were all born from the same egg, but after they hatched and left the egg, there was the evil one. A way to acquire Volcanion? You're telling me. I hope the Pecharunt story stuff in Scarlet Violet is the way they're gonna do mythicals from now on. I cannot take half-assed GameStop distributions for mythicals that you barely ever use or look at ever again. Heck, let's take that one step further. Let me shiny hunt Volcanion. Let me catch that big yellow school bus. And then let me catch Hoopa. And then we catch Victini. A mythical Dynamax adventure where you can shiny hunt all the mythicals? Man, we're really dreaming right now. We're dreaming huge, chat. Yeah, they've got to do something with the Gen 6 mythicals in PLZA. I mean, I say that. Did they do anything with the mythicals really in PLA? No. Manaphy is still locked. It will make me angry every time I think about it. There was no reason for Manaphy to be locked in PLA. Game Freak. Shakes fist. They gotta protect all the full odds rich shiny hunters that spend $500 on 3,000 copies of Pokemon Ranger. They gotta protect that sacred class of people. We had 2 Gen 4 games, chat. You ever think about that? We had back-to-back Gen 4 games. BDSP and PLA. And Manaphy is locked in both of them. I don't know, you want my curmudgeon take, chat? I wish all the mythicals from, like, Gen 3, Gen 4, I wish they were all locked. If I can't have them, nobody can. Because, like, I could say I want to shiny hunt Deoxys, which I do, very much. And when I say that, I mean, like, bring Deoxys back and have it shiny huntable in, like, a new game. But somebody will be like, well, you could go shiny hunt it in Pokemon blah, 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 blah. Like, no, I really can't. Yep, Keldeo, Victini. Keldeo is a mysterious case, too, because the Swords of Justice... I mean, I'm literally shiny hunting Terrakion right now, but Keldeo is locked. I mean, for old games, Midnight, not new ones. Mythicals are, like, you have to have a Japanese copy of Pokemon Emerald, you know, in the old C map. I could emulate it. I could emulate all those very easily. But I don't find any fun in that. Yeah, I can't believe you can shiny hunt the rest of them, but not Keldeo. Feels actively sinister. Like, you know, whoever was working on this at Game Freak was like, oh, you ain't having those mythicals. You are not getting those mythicals. And then it's like, we've gone backwards. I'm able to shiny hunt all these legendaries in Sword and Shield, but the shiny locks got so nasty so fast. I mean, having to use PK Hex to reset the event flag is... like, that is not an accessible shiny hunt. I'm sorry, but it's not. Your shiny Manaphy only counts if you tested each copy individually. If you use PK Hex, that's cheating. I mean, I'm just... not a real take, but... I don't know, that annoys me quite a bit that that's the only way to get Manaphy. Such an archaic, stupid method. Yeah, the Shaman and Darkrai mystery gift events in BDSP is so dumb. I had so many people come into chat and people comment on the Vods that were like, how did you hunt this? And it's like, oh no, I gotta tell them. And then to shiny hunt Arceus, you need a $60 game, so... kind of shit all the way down. Ugh, via Pogo. Somebody strike down Niantic. Yeah, oh, you didn't have BDSP the 1 month that we were offering this event? Sorry, no more. They'll make it the norm to give out shiny mythicals through home Pokedex completion. I don't really love that either. Just put the Pokemon in a mainline game. Why do they have to gatekeep the mythicals so hard? Yeah, have fun catching Manaphy in your crappy Pogo Pokeballs. What you deserve. Reminder chat, I put up my shiny compilation for 2024 up on YouTube if you haven't seen it. It is over 3 hours of 200 plus shinies. It's a rip-roaring good time. It's crazy how long Victini has existed and we've just never gotten it shiny. Like, that Pokemon is probably older than a lot of fans of the franchise. And it's still shiny locked to this day. I used Victini in my playthrough of White. I went to Liberty Island, had it on my team, it was awesome. I think I called it V. No, I called it Chip. My Victini's name was Chip. I mean, the Liberty Island section, where you go and get Victini in Gen 5 rules, it's just it's shiny locked. I mean, Gen 5 is when they started severely cracking down on shiny locks and stuff like that. Reshiram shiny in black and white is so gorgeous, and yet you cannot actually legally get it in that game. Ain't that a kick in the teeth? Your Victini was lucky? That's cute, though. I like nicknaming my Pokemon for, like, playthroughs, but I don't typically nickname shinies. Which I think angers some people. Lots of times when I get a new shiny, they're like, nickname it this. And it's like, we don't do that here, son. I mean, occasionally I do for the memes, but... I'm begging Pokemon people to, like, not everybody has to play the games the exact same way. It's okay. Remind me when I'm in Scarlet again, Midnight. I'll do it. I think I forgot. See, that's the thing. It's nothing I actively think about. It's not like a slight to the Pokemon. I just don't really think about it. Booperville. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Midnight. Occasionally I'll nickname something if we're, you know, having some funnies. Which makes them more unique. If I nicknamed every Pokemon, they're not as unique anymore. Also, sometimes I can come up with good nicknames off the cuff, but a lot of times with playthrough Pokemon, I will actively think about it before I do the playthrough. Otherwise, I'll sit here and be like, what if I called it Greg? Good morning. Thanks for the good luck. Somebody got mad at you once because you did a Nuzlocke without nicknaming your Pokemon? Wow. How could you do such a thing, Cacturn? 500 years dungeon. My shinies are often... people might take offense to this, I don't know. They're like trophies. How could you treat them like trophies? They're beautiful, pixelated souls. I mean, I guess I could be like that big buff penguin from Surf's Up that names all his trophies like Veronica. Pretty lady names. And occasionally I'll use a few of my shinies, like Mushy Mush, the Breloom, or Fluttershy, my shiny Fluttermane, for other tasks. But my shinies usually just get caught, and then they sit in the box. I mean, I have almost 800. I do have 800 plus now. Kinda hard to find uses for that many Pokemon. And then they get sent to the dungeons for all eternity. Well, here's the great part. And again, some Pokemon fans I feel like would take offense to this, but it's fiction. It's a video game. It's okay. They're not real. No real creatures were harmed in the making of this shiny documentary. Create exhibits with your Pokemon. The closest thing we have to that is PLA's farm, which I kind of like. I would not mind if they brought back something like that in future Pokemon games. It was fun getting to see the random Pokemon I caught out in the pasture. I actually like that a lot about PLA. It makes the town feel more alive, especially considering none of the NPCs ever walk anywhere. The Pokemon are like the one thing that's not a static NPC. Do I have any concerns for Legends EA? Plenty. I mean, we haven't seen a lick of gameplay yet. Yeah, kind of like a zoo builder, which zoo builders are fun. I don't even really have an opinion on PLZA. It's hard to have an opinion on a game we know nothing about, other than it's Kalos. I don't know, ask me again when we finally get a trailer. It's just kind of a thing that exists right now. I mean, that's certainly how they operated with Mega Evolutions in Gen 6. But I do think they've also gotten better at giving Pokemon more unique forms and choosing some more unique Mons, so... Like, X and Y was over 10 years ago now. We've kind of come a long way since Megas in X and Y. Honestly, Gen 9 is really like the breakthrough gen, I feel like, for... I mean, Galar had a lot of interesting choices for Galarian Pokemon. But like all the Alolan Pokemon, it's like Gen 1. A lot of Gigantamax Pokemon are Gen 1. 9 feels like the first gen in a... outside of like 6, 7, 8, where they kind of were like, yeah, we can step away from Gen 1 for like 2 seconds. No, I mean, considering the only Mega Evolution from 5 is Audino, and people hate Audino for that. Audino, get behind me. Yeah, Cacturne definitely feels like that. I agree. His diva.
Why did they give Audino a Mega Evolution?
I don't know, man. Would you have preferred, like, Throw? I can't believe they didn't do Mega Unpheasant. 0 out of 10. I mean, honestly, I really hope they focus on Gen 6 Pokemon. Because again, you take your Kalos starter, and then you immediately bump into Sycamore, and he's like, hey, Baguette, Gen 1, here's Charizard. Charizard can Mega Evolve, but your silly little frog can't. That's why I think the Kalos starters for PLZA makes so much sense. Because it almost feels like they didn't get a fair share the first time around. Yeah, and Charizard could potentially get another Mega Evolution. There's a real chance there could be a Charizard Z. Gosh, it's crazy that we've been speculating about this coming up on a year. They really just said Pokemon Day and then dipped. Yeah, you know what? The Mega Evolutions got Mega Evolutions. What if they did that? That would be diabolical. You'd prefer the Kalos starters to get a permanent regional form? Yeah, what's crazy too is that we don't know if there's even going to be regionals. Is it all going to be Megas, or are we going to get regionals? Some combination of both? God, nothing has been more annoying than all the people that are like,
Pokemon fans, when they want Game Freak to work longer on games.
over people who want to see a trailer. You see, wanting to see a trailer does not slow down development time. I can't stand that take. Also, I don't like just CG trailers. If you're gonna show such a sparse trailer and then dip for a year, at least give me like a crumb of gameplay. I hate CG trailers. Yeah, the Sun and Moon marketing cycle was crazy. There was like a new trailer every Tuesday. I mean, they ended up revealing so much about Sun and Moon that I honestly think it was too much. I think a lot of things in Sun and Moon would have hit a lot harder if they didn't just outright spoil it. Especially the red and blue stuff. I think that kind of sucked. I think that was too much. Yeah, I agree. They needed to keep stuff a little closer to the vest. I don't know, there's gotta be a better balance than one trailer a year versus a trailer every Tuesday, you know? They showed the final starter evos before I'll never forget that character sheet of Incineroar, all the starters that leaked, and Joe Cerebi was like, "No, that's fake." The whistle in this game is an interesting choice. I mean, there are a ton of Pokemon games. That's true. Some people are fans of franchises like the aforementioned Golden Sun that haven't gotten games apparently since the DS era. So I do understand why some people think Pokemon fans are turbo greedy. I do understand that. I know that the franchise has always moved a mile a minute, though. I honestly don't blame anybody for being like, wow, it's been so long without a Pokemon game. This sucks. Like, I get it. We've been used to this type of release for forever. With some very rare instances. Usually early days. X and Y again. Ugh. I don't know if I can stomach another X and Y playthrough. I don't know if I'm strong enough for that. Sit through another session of Lysander's incoherent rambling. Those god-awful side characters. The god-awful post-game. I don't know if I'm strong enough. Worst case for PLZA's story, they bring Lysander back. Or it's like Lysander's long-lost daughter or son. Or past ancestor, and they continue to spit out incoherent, I want to make the world beautiful. That's the worst case scenario. I mean, I'm sure AZ will be in the game to spout a bunch of incoherent nonsense. I don't want to see Looker back. How would I fix Lysander? That's a good question. I don't even know. He's just fundamentally such a strange character. I kind of just want something fresh and new. Yeah, he's the same as Cyrus. Yeah, Cyrus is another character that is extremely incoherent. Team Galactic is kind of ass. Love the space-themed team using all poison types. Shout out to Game Freaks, always reinventing the same exact garbage evil teams. What if they had Zubat? They're breaking new ground. The flower Pokemon! The flower Pokemon! The Pokemon has the flower! Where is it? Bad guys use poison and dark type Pokemon. Get it? They're bad, so they use the evil type. Ugh, what terrible logic. Does anybody tell anybody at Game Freak that variety is the spice of life? Oh my god. Well, they're the bad guys, so they gotta have poison and dark. God forbid you want any of your characters to have a unique identity. Do we hate Pokemon? No! I don't. This all comes from knowing that this franchise could be great if it chose to be. And I mean, I do think the story has gotten better. At least in, like, Scarlet Violet, not Sword and Shield. That's... if I was to pick one that's as bad as X and Y. Although, oh man, there's a few games I would put in the bottom list for worst Pokemon story. Guzma, yeah, Guzma's a great character. Sword Shield Wars story or X and Y? Oh my god, that's the hardest question you've ever asked me. What's the worst story, chat? X and Y or Sword Shield? I mean, Sword Shield is so nothing. There's just nothing. You at least get some, like, interesting tidbits about the war, I guess, in X and Y. But the presentation of the story is so painful and incoherent. That's really tough. That's actually a really tough question. I mean, at least Team Flare is kind of like an actual team. Whereas Team Yell is nothing and Team Macrocosmos is nothing. I feel we need a strong new team in the next gen, chat. I've not been impressed with the past few gens teams. Team Star ain't doing it for me. Team Yell barely is a thing. Give me a good team again. My 2024 Shiny video, you saw I was live, wanted to say hi. Welcome. Of drug dealers? I mean, the closest thing you have to that is Team Rocket. The Mafia. Oh yeah, the bullying subplot in Scarlet Violet's story is the worst part of the story. And then you have the follow-up where all the Team Star people conform to society and remove what makes them special so they can fit into school. Great message, Game Freak. Yeah, Team Skull were delinquents. Absolutely. Did you know Chairman Rose is actually based off of an ancient philosopher? Several felonies. How did Team Star, like, how did these school children get these bases up? Like, can you imagine if, like, a group of high schoolers tried to take over, like, a scenic beach? How well that would go over in real life. What do I plan on catching it with? A luxury ball. Chairman Rose was hot. I mean, I like his design. I like the idea of an evil steel type user. But that's about as many nice things about him as I can say. Jenny. Oh, Jenny. A team that wants revenge on the Pokemon League for some reason because the Elite Four deem them weak. That's gonna be my villain origin story for why I got rejected by Rika for answering that bullshit quiz incorrectly. I can't believe they made me do it over because I answered that I was there to have fun. I'm sorry, but I will never recover from that moment. Never have their flaws challenged, they just get beat. Yeah, exactly. Well, I got beat in a Pokemon battle, so I'm better now. Don't you know, getting critical hit by, Pikachu solves all your problems. That's why I feel like a character like Getsus works so well. Like, you can just plainly see... I mean, Getsus spells it out for you. You know, he's just a bad guy. He's just using this team, he's using N for his own goals. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe if you did suffer... I mean, in the Team Star case, they're all children, but... like, if I was I understand why Giovanni quit. I get it. Yeah, Getsus doesn't have any redeeming qualities, and sometimes that's okay. Not every villain needs to be redeemable, you know? You can't always have a Zuko. I mean, I think that's what a lot of Disney movies have missed. Like, all the Renaissance villains are monsters. There's nothing redeemable about Frollo, or Scar, or Ursula. But they're really fun villains with lots of personality, good character design. Sometimes it's all you need. Instead of the villain being Grandma's depression. Or that era of Disney movies where it was all twist villains. That was his mistake. I mean, we didn't really technically have a villain in Scarlet Violet. Sadanturo is the final fight, but they're not evil. You feel like we'll never see a villain that will be gloriously evil in Pokemon again? I hope that's not the case. Yeah, I like that fight. The Sadanturo fight, that whole ending sequence where you're traveling down with Arven and Penny and Nimona and you go investigate Area Zero is great. It's the best story. It's the best part of the story in the whole game. In my opinion, anyway. Scarlet and Violet did something that I actually thought was kind of intriguing that most Pokemon games are not good at all. There was a mystery. They set up a little bit of a mystery because, you know, you go around the lighthouse where Arvin is, and Sada and Turo are just kind of absent. And I remember playing through Scarlet for the first time and thinking, like, this is not right. Something is amiss. And it was fun to think about. It was fun to speculate. It wasn't just, you know, Chairman Rose is the CEO, so of course he's the villain. There was a little bit of like, some intrigue. How does Carmine abuse her brother? Yeah, Volo was a fun villain. The reveal when Volo brings out Giratina is amazing. Yeah, well, give me some examples. You can't even be kind of mean to a sibling now. People label it abuse. She lied to Kieran. Kill her. Carmine fucking rules, dog. So does Kieran. They're fun characters. I like their dynamic. I mean, did you even play the DLC? Thought you didn't like modern Switch games. Did you even play it? Like, Kieran going through kind of a Joker arc was great. His sister cares about him. She felt bad. Ah, the classic giving opinions on a thing you never played. I don't know, if there's like... Again, Kieran's Joker arc was a delight. Him busting out the Incineroar in Blueberry is the funniest thing. Whoever designed his team in Blueberry, hats off. The Mochi dance. It's like, God forbid we don't get Pokemon characters that are all 100% friendship. We get a character that's slightly sassy and people are like, kill her! Execute her! I want more mean bitches in my games. I like Drayden. She had like a fun rapport with Drayden too. I liked all the Blueberry characters. Yeah, give me more evil bitches in my Pokemon game. That's what we're missing. Like, she lied to protect Kieran. It wasn't the right choice. But she's also a child. I feel like people don't remember that. It's like when people are really judgy about Katara in Avatar: The Last Airbender. It's like, why didn't this 14-year-old do the right thing? I cannot believe this. Why didn't this 14-year-old do the same decision I would make? Like, calm down, son. They're children. Oh yeah, Nanu's one of the best characters in Sun and Moon. I stan my boy Nanu. Yeah, I liked a lot of the Sun and Moon characters. Yeah, exactly, Galaxy. Yeah, Sun and Moon has great characters. I really like Acerola. Lucamine's whole family is interesting. It's a shame they ruined that in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. There's a lot of great characters. Kukui and his wife are delightful. See, that's what confuses me so much about Sword and Shield story. Because, like, Sun and Moon was a big step. I thought the story in Sun and Moon was pretty decent. Like, Lily didn't immediately forgive Lucamine for being insane. I thought it was pretty good. Also, lots of great, unique character designs in that game. And then we go to the story in Sword and Shield, and it's like, huh? What happened? Fellas, what happened? Yeah, Lucamine's her mom. I love Lucamine. I think she's great. 900 Terrakion! Yeah, I like Nimona too, but some people are really weird about Nimona. Oh, she's like Goku. Shut up. She's a fun rival character. I don't know what people want. I really liked Barry when he went thud. There was no more iconic character moment than when Barry went thud. Yeah, what rival character actually has substance? It's not a lot of them. Most rival Pokemon characters are about as interesting as Paste. And that goes for games I like a lot, like Gen 3. May and Brendan are, like, criminally bad. Trace. Shout out to my favorite, most iconic Pokemon character, Trace. Hugh. Yeah, Hugh's one track. Like, I love Black and White too, but man, I gotta go get my sister's Purloin! I gotta go get my sister's Purloin! Which I like the way that story ends, but it's too bad they didn't do a little bit more for Hugh. Especially considering Sharon and Bianca and N in Black and White 1, I think were pretty well done. Purloin! I mean, I wouldn't say Blue is a very deep character. He's a big stinker. He's rude. But there really isn't much else to him. I mean, he is the OG. I love Blue.
But he's just kind of a little stinker.
See, I thought what they did with, Bede. Bede is like the first rude, quote, rival we've gotten in a while, but you have such few scenes with Bede. Bede's one of the only characters that has any sort of development in Sword Shield. More than Marnie. Yeah, Silver's a good rival. mean, I really don't think modern parents would care if a rival character said smell you later. It's not like Blue is edgy. He's a little bit of a stinker, but he's not, like, swearing at ya. Yeah, B did get shafted hard. There's actually interesting, like, his relationship with Chairman Rose is... That's honestly more interesting than the whole dumb plot with the Eternatus and electricity thing. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of how I didn't intend to structure that sentence like that. It reminds me how, oh my god, I did it again. It reminds me when how it's like hinted at that he has kind of like an awkward relationship with his father. And even his grandfather. But they don't really dig into it any deeper. Shanala, what's up? Thanks for the raid. I'm shiny hunting Terrakion. We're almost near 1,000. We're talking about Pokemon rivals right now. I don't hate How like everybody else seems to. Sometimes you just need a chill guy. Like, Gladion is your edgy, kind of angry rival. How is just a chill dude. I don't have a problem with I mean, they kind of do like, I love eating food. The worst one-note character trait. What if this character just ate food? Beastie Ball? I have never heard of that. Yeah, it would have been so easy for them to make How fat. What a terrible trope that is. Yeah, I think How's pretty charming. I don't hate Hop either. But again, Hop and How are so similar. It's really funny. It's like nobody at Game Freak realized that or something. But Hop's relationship with his champion brother is potentially interesting. But they never expand on that. Also, Hop's got a banger song. I saw an insane take on Twitter. I almost quote tweeted it and said Sinnoh stans deserved BDSP for their sins. This person said, Pokemon music peaked with Pokemon Platinum. What? Music is the one thing Pokemon consistently is good at. What is it with Sinnoh Stans' brains? I would love to study them. Like, you're telling me, like, the gym leader theme in Sword and Shield, Giratina's theme in PLA, the Ruinous Quartet. Nostalgia is a hell of a drug. Also, fun fact about the music in Gen 4, there's a buzz over it. They had to compress all the music, and so there's a slight buzz over all the music in Gen 4. But yeah, Black and White's music is phenomenal. Like Xerneas and Evital's theme in Gen 6. Music is the one thing Pokemon never gets any credit for, but it is consistently good. I've never seen such a crazier, like... Well, it's certainly a take. Penny's theme is awful? You mean the sick rock music that has the cool drop beat? This thing sucks. Coolest thing ever. I mean, Sada and Turo's theme is so good. I can only really think of one Pokemon game that does not have a lot of good music. And that's BDSP, if you were wondering. Like, if I want to hear some classic Sinnoh songs, I'll go boot up Diamond, Pearl, Platinum songs. I'm not booting up the BDSP remix, sorry. Who said anything about Penny's character? I mean, she's fine. I don't have any problems with her. Her theme is funny. I mean, I do think her team is like... Evolutions! Really boring. But she's meant to be like an annoying fan. So I honestly think that's kind of appropriate. It would have only been funnier if she had like a Gengar. She had like stock Gen 1er Pokemon, that would have really hammered it home. Also, she didn't even have Espeon, the best one. For shame. I'd say you're fine skipping Sinnoh. If you're gonna play a Sinnoh game, maybe try PLA. You can play how long does it take to use close combat on a Blissey? Oh, why did they choose to make those games so slow? BDSP just did not do it for you. I don't blame you. I think Sinnoh is a drab, boring region with a lot of boring character designs. I'd be interested in a new Alolan game. I think in Alola without the extremely excruciating slow start in Sun and Moon, and less gated areas where you can openly roam would be quite exciting. I mean, the distortion world is cool. Too bad, you know, we'll never see it again. Too bad we'll never see it again. Yeah, I think Gen 7 has a lot of potential for a Legends-style game. With new islands due to volcanic activity. Yeah, that'd be sick. More like Ultra Beast shenanigans that you could do, which would be really fun. Yeah, you could absolutely do a Gen 2 Legends game. I think any Gen would work as a Legends game. Straight up. There's potential for every Gen. No more Mantine surfing, please. Maybe they could do Ultra Necrozma right, instead of just having it spawn in a sad, sad room. With those stupid dipshit... I can't even think of their name right now. I've been streaming for like 3 hours. Oh, ad warning on Twitch. Ads are coming up. Last ads of the night. The Charizard and Let's Go. Spearow is still on my list, Crispy. It is still on the list. Yeah, let's bring back the real characters. Swordbert and Shieldbert. The marsh is one area and the snow kind of sucks. The rest is a lot of boring grass. Peak word and peak bird. Give it up for the real goats. Those characters are such, like, Game Freak characters. Those characters are so Game Freak coded. Yeah, nothing like trudging through really slow marsh and snow. With the worst HMs in the whole franchise. Bro. Defog is the coolest HM in the world. I love rock climb. Gen 4 is peak. I really love that one area I got to use defog in. It's so iconic. Yeah, don't you love when you sink in and you have to spam the D-pad to get out? Isn't that a cool feature? Remember when we got to that area where you used defog and BDSP and it was just like the piss zone? That was insane. I wouldn't say defog is optional in BDSP. I mean, that's like... It's like saying Flash is optional. Sure. But like, be so for real. D-pad for D's nuts. Exactly, Galaxy. Exploring dark caves is fun. Nothing more fun than wandering around rock tunnel in the dark, am I right, fellas? Ugh. I love Gen 1, don't get me wrong, but rock tunnel, bruh. Yeah. Sometimes, I mean, a lot of kids did brute force without Flash. I was one of them. I know. Trust me. I know. But honestly, probably a lot of kids use strategy guides. It's so sad that we don't get strategy guides with Pokemon games anymore. Such a bygone era. I don't think we got a single strategy guide for SV. I miss video game strategy guides, chat. I have all my old ones. I have one for... I had one for Yellow. I had one for Crystal. I have a ginormous Pokemon Platinum guide where it's like the further in the gens you go, the Pokedex was just bigger and bigger. I think mapping out the dungeons would be fine if they give you, like, a tiny little bit of light. In complete pitch black, especially as a, you know, a children's game, I don't think it's a great feature. But some games you do have a little bit of light around your character, light around the exits, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, the Pokedex became its own guide. True. But I don't know, like, everybody's different. Some people would absolutely use Flash 100% of the time, and some people will just raw dog it. Which I should probably use a better phrase than that. Good night, Dwayne. Have a good one. I mean, the engine in Gen 4 is just slow. That's just reality. That's just reality. I mean, the Blissey thing is a meme, but it's just slower. I have a New York accent. Hey, New York booper. Hey, I'm walking here. Yeah, I'm the cousin of Joey Wheeler. Hey, I'm shiny hunting here. I mean, yeah, there's pretty much... I would never recommend Diamond and Pearl over Platinum to anybody wanting to try Gen 4. I mean, it's hard to recommend the base original games for a lot of Pokemon games. Like, would you recommend Ruby and Sapphire to somebody over Emerald? I feel like more times than not, you wouldn't. you kind of wouldn't. I mean, with something like Pokemon Yellow, do you like the anime? Do you like Pikachu? If not, play Red or Blue. It's tough. I don't know. And again, most of this is nostalgia. That's what it really comes down to, with a lot of hot Pokemon takes. Did you grow up with the game? Well, then that's probably going to be your favorite. You're going to have the blinders on. No Wild Mareep. Yeah, some third games really altered the spawns for the worst. Alright, we'll do a few more, chat, but I'm getting tired. I'm getting pretty tired. Again, if you missed it, chat, my big old shiny compilation is up on YouTube. It's over 3 hours of shiny goodness. I was gonna say something else and then I forgot. My brain is turning to paste. I kind of played myself because a lot of the... I had to switch around some of the clips for Scarlet because it front-ended all of my 1000 Haxorus and like all my repeat Outbreak shinies, and I'm like, oh no. I don't know why I felt the need to catch like 8 shiny Haxorus, but they're all in the compilation. If you ever needed to see somebody catch like 8 shiny Haxorus. Or Fracture, not Haxorus. And they did announce a Year of the Snake Outbreak event, chat, so I guess we'll have 1,000 snakes in this year's compilation. I need to shiny hunt the ultimate snake in 2025, which would be Zygarde. I think Zygarde might be it. I don't need any other shiny snakes. It's just Zygarde. It's just Ziggy. I think when they give PLZA a release date, maybe like the month leading up to the game, we'll just do like Zygarde Dynamaxes. Although, man, I just love doing randoms. Some people come in and are like, why are you doing randoms? And it's like, I just think it's fun. I don't know. I swear I get more shiny luck doing randoms. Zygarde in X and Y. Go back to that. I actually do like that cave with the train tracks, or is there the tracks through it where you find Zygarde and X and Y. You gotta love when they would just take the third legendary and put it in a cave. Hey Giratina, what's up? Go hanging out. Go hang out in this cave until platinum, alright, buddy? Go sit in this cave. Yeah, you know, all things considering, I don't think it was that terrible of a cave. Amazing what adding some like minecart or train tracks to an environment does. It's just little tiny details that could make these caves so much more memorable. Instead of just, what if it was a big brown room? Have you ever considered what if the cave was a big brown room with rocks? Imagine if they had, like, rare gems and stuff your Pokemon could excavate that you could find in certain caves and sell or craft into some sort of unique Pokeball. I really hope there's more crafting and interesting mechanics in PLZA. The crafting in PLA is so bare bones. And then the crafting in Scarlet and Violet is just the most whatever thing to exist. The random baby egg you get in Crystal rules. I don't know, it comes back to that conversation I keep having where it's like, you know, this is a fictional game. This is a video game. Why does it have to look like a real life cave? Get a little crazy with it. Have it be like red. Who cares? It's not real. This is Pokemon. Why does it have to resemble a real life cave? Go crazy. Go stupid. Ah. Make it purple. This is not even just a Pokemon issue. That's like video games in general. It's gotta be realistic. The gamers want hyper-realism. It's gotta be realistic. Alright, chat, I'm gonna get to 969. We're gonna end on a nice number. Really? The egg in Japan had a 50-50 chance? Wonder why they altered that. I mean, 50-50 is kind of like a freebie. Truly a cave of all time. Alright, chat, if you had one shot to get a shiny Terrakion. Yeah, we're just welcome to my cave, my cave podcast where we discuss the ins and outs of Pokemon caves. Well, no Terrakion, chat. Todd, get out of the way. Get out of the way, Todd. Yeah, the cute charm thing is interesting, but I don't think anybody as kids realized that existed. Alright, we're gonna save here. Yeah, thanks for hanging out tonight, everybody. Hearing me ramble about Pokemon for 3.5 hours. I appreciate you all, as usual. Thanks for the raid, all the follows, the resubs. Again, if you haven't seen the Shiny compilation and you need something to watch, it's a pretty hefty big boy. But yeah, I literally, like, can't think anymore. I'm tired. Have a good rest of your day, chat. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate ya. Next week, we'll be back with probably more Terrakion and Dynamax Adventures. I do want to do a Masuda hunt, though, so I think we'll have one of those. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, chat. I appreciate it. And of course, if there's any, like, Switch 2 Direct, I will stream that, just in case. Just in case that happens. But yeah. Terrakion's getting right up in my face. He's like, bye-bye, everybody. Have a good one, chat. Thanks for hanging out. Bye. Bye.